All right, y'all. It's a broadcast of the Ebony Star Network, sponsored by the E Nation. Very, very good topic tonight on Black Ops Debate. Is there ever a reason to lie to a woman? Well, some people will say absolutely not, under no circumstance. Some people will say it depends. And some people will say they'll do whatever they have to do to keep her out of harm's way. And then some people might say some things you never heard before. We're going to explore that tonight. We're going to have a deep conversation. And it might not just stay with the women, it might just veer out into men too. You know, is there, the title is there ever a reason to lie to a woman? It may turn into, is there ever a reason to lie to a person, period? We'll find out. All right. It's Black Ops Debate. All right, Dan, let's go. All right, everybody, what's going on? It's Black Ops Debate. I am the Black Knight. Along my side is the Lady Knight. She's having her dinner right now, so we're not going to bother her. Shout out to everybody coming to the chat. What's up, Yeti Black? Mano Islander, what's going on, my brother? My Pacific Islander. We got a good one for you tonight, man. Very interesting conversation that may not even stay on topic. It may move to, is there a reason to lie to a person, period? But we're going to start off with the women first, okay? Strange question, right? Well, let me tell you how this came about. I had a debate with that fool RBR. Now, he's a delusional idiot who does nothing but lie. Okay, so he's saying that there's no reason to lie to a woman, but he lies all the time to everybody. So listening to him say stuff like that really doesn't mean anything. Okay, but it got me thinking, and he lost the debate, by the way, and it got me thinking. Let's have the discussion. Is there a time? Is there a reason? Is there ever a reason to lie to your woman or to a woman? Now, let me throw a few things out there. To a random woman, absolutely not. Okay? No reason. Unless something crazy is happening and you just have to say something to her that she wants to hear that's not the truth. Okay? And situations like that do happen. Now, I'm well aware that there are dingbats who are going to be listening. And no matter what is said, they won't comprehend because they haven't really experienced much in life. Okay, people who have a lot of experience in life have seen a lot of different types of situations, especially those who've traveled, have seen a lot of different types of situations. So most people who haven't really won't benefit from this discussion because no matter what is said, they're still going to have a fixed understanding in their mind that you should never do this, you should never do that, regardless of the situation, which is unrealistic. There is no, let me let you people in on something. In the real world, there is no such thing as regardless of the situation. Okay? That's fairy tale. There are situations out there that will absolutely make you do things that you wouldn't normally do. There are situations out there that will absolutely make you come out of character. So this, regardless of the situation, is unrealistic. When you're put in a situation you've never been in before, and dealing with things that you've never dealt with before, it tests your character. Sometimes you may have to do something you wouldn't ordinarily do. Sometimes you may have to step outside their comfort zone, something you wouldn't normally do. So people who believe that you shouldn't do anything under any circumstance usually are people who aren't really in touch with reality. Because those of us who have really experienced the world understand that there can always be a situation to make you step outside of your character and do something that you wouldn't normally do. Now, with that being said, let's throw a few things out there. Let's start with your woman. Would you lie to your woman if it would allow you to see your children? Think about that for a second. If the only thing that was keeping you from seeing your children, because if you told her the truth, she wouldn't let you see your children because the truth means that there's something about you that she don't like, right? And she wants to put it on you and don't want you to have any happiness, right? So you want to see your children and you can't get through the courts or whatever, and you want to make the peace, right? And I don't mean do something crazy like you're a pedophile or something. I'm saying, what if she say to you, are we cool? And you in your mind like, hell no, we ain't cool. But would you say it if it brought peace between you and her and would allow you to see your children? Because if you told her that she would, because you said so, because right now she's holding all the cards, right? She's got your children, she controls visitation rights. She's already dogging you out. You want to see your children. There's always an argument every time you come around about some shit. So if you say, nah, we ain't cool, Now you got a volatile situation. I'm not saying you do it. I'm just throwing stuff out there. Okay. Now you got a volatile situation. Now you get into a big old argument, and it says you being the man, she can play it up so many ways and make sure you get kicked out of the house and you can't see your children, right? So for the sake of experiment and keeping the peace, so you can have a good visitation with your children. If she asks you, "Are we cool?" Would you say, "Yeah, we're cool," even though you know that's a lie. Even though in your heart you would say, "No, we're not cool. I don't mess with you like that. We're not cool." But would you say it just to keep the peace so you can see your children? Some people will probably say, "Hell no, you're going to do all this and that." Just give you something to think about. I'm not saying you should lie, whatever. I'm just saying. I'm just throwing out scenarios. I'm not suggesting in any way, shape, or form that you go out and start lying to women today. We're talking about scenario. We're not talking about flat out just being, deceitful and dishonest. That's not what we're talking about here. Okay? I'm not encouraging you to go out and be dishonest. Okay? Another scenario. If you knew you were supposed to do something and your wife told you that you need to pick the kids up at a certain time at 3 o'clock because she has an important job interview and she needs to go to that interview so she can get that job so she can bring in more money to help the family, right? And you're getting off work early, okay? So you getting off work, you shucking and jiving and whatnot, talking to your friends and whatnot, you know, y'all on y'all way home. Somebody stops real quick at the liquor store, the package store. Y'all talking and shit like that. And da 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 da. Next thing you know, time flies. And you're like, wait a minute. I need to get to my car so I'm gonna pick up my kids. It's after 3 o'clock. Your wife said this was important. She can't go pick up the kids because she's at that job interview. It's 3:30. Your man's ain't dropped you off yet at your car. Now it's 3:45 and the wife calls. Your man is taking you to your car now. Your wife calls. Hey, honey, did you pick up the kids? What you gonna say? Understand now, you're dealing with a woman now. She asks you, she's trusting you to do something. This is a very big day for her. Okay, she couldn't get out of it. She had to go to this interview to get this job. You was told to do one thing, pick up your kids at 3 o'clock. It's 3:45. Going on 4 o'clock. You just get into your car and here comes the phone ringing. Hey, honey, did you pick up the kids? What are you gonna say? Do you risk disappointment and possibly her becoming irate because now the kids are out there by themselves waiting on you? Anybody could have came along and snatched the kids because you're being reckless. Are you going to tell her that you're reckless and her kids are sitting out there by themselves waiting for any old body to come and snatch them up or kidnap them or whatever? Are you going to tell her that? To start getting her freaking out of her mind, and then y'all going to be arguing from now until doomsday? What are you going to tell her? Are you going to say you got the kids? And then if she questions you, okay, well, let me speak to them. Oh, well, they're in the store right now. What are you going to tell her? What are you going to do to correct that situation? I'm not suggesting you do lie. I'm just saying, I'm just asking. I'm just throwing out scenarios. What are you going to do? Now, some of you know you would make up a lie. Some of you won't. Some of you say. Some of you will bite the bullet. Nah, baby, I got caught up. Got off the job late. Which that didn't happen either. You got off the job on time. But you see, and the problem with that is, if you was late legitimately, that's one thing. But if you was late because you was bullshitting with the dudes, and he yakking it up, y'all, he's supposed to drop you to your car. He at the package store talking shit to somebody, whatever, burning time. That's a whole nother animal. Because now your kids are out there sitting on the curb or sitting on the school step waiting to get picked up. And they out there possibly in harm's way. Now you're looking at a situation where your wife may absolutely lose her goddamn mind. Nigga, you left my kids out there while you bullshitting with your niggas at the work? You have any fucking idea what that'll do to a woman? And what that'll spell for you? I'm just saying. I don't want nobody come in talking about, well, Max is teaching people how to lie to women. That ain't what I'm doing. Let me get out with a disclaimer. I'm not suggesting in any way, shape, or form that you punk ass niggas go out there and start deceiving your women. That's not what I'm doing. That's not what the title is about. The title is about a reason to lie, not constantly lie, not lie all the time. So don't get the title fucked up. The title doesn't say, is there a reason to lie to your woman all the time? Is there a reason to keep lying to your woman? Not saying all that. I'm putting scenarios out there that make you think. And you can sit up and say, no, that's not a reason. Oh, okay. But I'm just putting scenarios out there. And the reason I'm putting scenarios out there because people who've been put in these situations, some have told the truth and some have told a little white lie. Right? Now, well, it's not about choosing anything, Mr. Jones. Sometimes you get caught up, man. You talking. It happens. See, we have to be realistic with ourselves, right? We're not robots. Everybody can get caught up. It can happen to all of us. I've gotten caught up in shit. You know what I'm saying? You can lose track of time. You can be bullshitting around. You may be talking about something getting off the job that really got your attention. Something may have happened on the job that y'all still talking about. You could be getting a raise tomorrow. You wanted about that. It could be anything. We are not perfect people. Yes, we do our best every day to put our best foot forward. But sometimes, we put that best foot forward, it lands on a banana peel. And that's just realistic. Let's not act like it doesn't. See, I live in the real world. I'm a realist. I'm not gonna just sit here and say, I ain't gonna never do this, I ain't gonna never do that. Of course I don't never want to do this, and I don't never want to do that. But some circumstances will cause you to come out of character. And those who've been pushed to that limit know exactly what I'm talking about. Now, some of you ain't gonna get what I'm saying at all. Some of you gonna be on some, man, I don't fuck that. I ain't no goddamn reason. No. Okay, I ain't talking about you guys. I'm talking about people who've had experiences and have been pushed through that threshold, the way they had to come out of character and do something they wouldn't ordinarily do. Plenty of people have been put in situations like that. with you, what if your wife's life was in danger? Would you tell a lie to save her life? Now some of you be like, "What the fuck you talking about, man?" They ain't no possible scenario to where if your wife's life's in danger, you can tell her a lie to get out of danger. Oh, really? You sure about that? What if she puts herself in danger because of what she was heard? I'm sorry, because of what she heard or what she was told. And you try to tell her the truth, and she won't listen to the truth. As a matter of fact, the truth got her angry. The truth got her loading the gun, getting ready to go after somebody. And you can't stop her. How you gonna stop her? What would you tell her? She's put, she has the potential right now with a loaded gun, and they're very, very intent on killing someone, which is going to end up ruining her life as well and your life with her. How you gonna stop her? And you already told her the truth. As a matter of fact, the truth that you told her is what got her carrying a loaded gun, getting ready to go blow somebody's brains out. What are you gonna tell her? You already told the truth, and that didn't work. So what you gonna tell her? Would you consider it then? What if she was heading into danger? And you tell her, listen, don't go that direction because you're going to be in serious trouble. And she tells you, well, my daughter is over there. I'm going. And you know if she gets over there, she may not come back because there's somebody waiting for her. As a matter of fact, they're using the fact that her daughter is over there to set her up. And you know it. And you can't get to the daughter in time. These aren't movie scenarios. These things happen in real life. I've seen these things play out in real life. There's all kinds of situations that people go through. And if you're dealing with a woman, there's a whole lot of situations that can come up that will make you think and really challenge your honesty, your integrity. And then you get caught between a rock and a hard place, right? Well, if you tell her the truth, you're going to lose her. But if you tell her a lie, you can keep her around long enough to convince her to stay. Which one will you choose? You know, this woman is everything to you. She's the best thing ever happened to you. She's giving you beautiful children. You done fucked up. And she's ready to go. And if you tell her the truth, she's out that door. And everything you ever built with her is gone with her. How do you stop her? Do you tell her the truth and risk losing her? Or do you tell her what she wants to hear, which is not the truth at all? And keep her long enough for you can make amends. There's all kinds of scenarios, all kinds of reasons. And these reasons aren't common reasons. They don't happen all the time. They don't happen on a daily basis. Nobody is saying that you should wake up in the morning lying, go through the day lying, and go to bed lying. Nobody's saying that. Let's be very clear about that. So I know some of you knuckleheads are going to say that. Master, you should lie to your woman all the time. It's not what I'm saying. The scenarios I brought up aren't everyday occurrences. They don't happen. I'm talking about unique situations that may come up at one time or another that present unique challenges where you have to make a decision. Because you can see the plausible outcome. If the outcome is bad that you can see, then what are you going to do to stop it? You're going to let it happen? Sometimes, some people would say you have to stretch the truth. And some people would say you don't lie at all. Well, if that's the case, I guess we're all in trouble because every last one of us has told a lie, haven't we? We're not perfect people. Again, no one is saying you should lie all the freaking time and lie going to bed and coming and going. That's that dumbass RBR shit. Nobody is saying that. We're talking about unique, critical situations that don't always occur, but they do occur every now and again. And in those moments, what do? This woman is about to walk out of your life with everything that you worked hard for. And you know she's a good woman and you fucked up. And telling her you fucked up ain't good enough because it ain't the first time you fucked up. Now, people may think this is crazy, but some niggas, they take 2 or 3 fucking times before they realize they got a good woman. It does. Some Negroes is hard-headed. It take 2 or 3 times before some niggas realize they got a good woman. And sometimes it takes the loss of that good woman for a motherfucker to realize he had a good woman. Okay? There ain't no man in here going to be holier than thou that's going to tell you that he ain't going to try to do whatever he can to not let the best thing that ever happened to him walk out that fucking door. Because if he tells you that, then he's lying. He's lying to you. If you know this is the best thing that ever happened to you, and you done fucked up, and you know telling the truth ain't gonna cut it, just gonna make shit worse, what you gonna do? You might have to say something. You might have to. Just scenarios, people. Just scenarios I'm throwing out there. Just scenarios. Maybe your wife getting into it with a couple of women at work. And she's become so angry. She's telling you about how these women are doing this to her, these women are doing that to her. She's become so angry, she's ready to do something. You're like, honey, don't do it. And she don't want to listen. Like, honey, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it. You know, it's not worth it. But she's become so emotionally distraught and hell bent on dealing with these women, she won't listen. So you got to try to find another way to stop her, right? What are you going to do? Hold her down so she don't go to work that day? What was the next day? You got to tell her, you got to convince her, right? You got to convince her to not take that wrong step, which is going to cost her everything. You got to convince her. Now, I'm not saying you got to make up a bold-faced lie, but you got to come up with some kind of scenario And that scenario may have a little bit of fantasy in it. But you got to tell her something to stop her. So what are you going to tell her? Again, we bring up the child situation. Many of you guys complain about not being able to see your children. You complain about some women you go to, and they start arguments just to get you kicked out the house so you can't see your children. Now, you know you can't stand her, but what do you do to keep the peace? It's for your children, right? So you're going to have to go against what's in your heart. It goes back to what I said when she asks you, are we cool? And you know damn well in your heart you're not cool. But if you say that, it's going to start some shit. And then you're going to get kicked out of the house. She's going to call the police. And you ain't going to be able to see your kids. So what do you say? Do you say we cool, even though you know in your heart that you're not? Just to keep down stirring, just to call a truce and keep the peace, so you can have a peaceful visitation with your children? Now we're gonna open up the panel here in a minute because I want to get somebody else's opinion on these things. Daniel, you there?
Yes. I'm
Drop
here.
the link for me. Drop the link for me.
All right.
Okay, you can go back on mute.
Mm-hmm.
Now, again, people will tell you, well, there's absolutely no reason. Links in the chat, y'all. The mic's open. People will tell you that there's absolutely no reason to lie to anyone. Well, people who say stuff like that, as far as I'm concerned, don't live in reality. You live in your world, but you don't live in this one. Okay? Maybe in your world, stuff like that happens. Maybe in your perfect world, okay, you can always be honest. You can always tell everybody the right shit. You know what I'm saying? And they'll never have to bend the rules a little bit. Maybe in your world, that's the way it's going down. But it ain't going down in the real world. Sometimes you got to do what you got to do to either survive or make a situation better. Sometimes it's a sacrifice for the greater good. Again, no one is talking about deception here. No one's talking about deceiving someone on a consistent basis. It's not what we're talking about. We're talking about scenarios that will make you step out of character. Now, some people will be afraid to admit that they've had to do this. And some of you out there know that you've had to do some of these things before. You've had to. Especially some of you guys, right? When you fucked up in your relationship and you was about to lose her, you had to come up with the best lie you can come up with to keep her. Because the truth was the reason why she was leaving you. So, do I condone lying to women? No, I don't. But do I understand that there are situations that can happen? Yes, I do. I've seen them happen before. We don't live in a world or a reality where there's no reason. All that stuff right there, when you talk about no reason, that's subjective and it's only applied to certain things. Like, for example, there's no reason to molest a child. That I'll give you. We can stand perfect on that one all day. Ain't never a reason to molest a child. Ain't never a reason to rape a woman. Things like that. But can we say that there's never a reason to kill somebody? Can you honestly say that? Can you honestly say there's never a reason to whoop somebody's ass? See, when we start living by the sword, we die by the sword, right? When we start saying that there's absolutely no reason, again, you're out of touch with reality. Yes, that applies to certain things. You're right. Again, we can apply it to molestation, right? There's no reason for molestation. Right? I'll roll with you on that all day long. There's no reason for rape. I'll ride with you on that all day long. There's no reason for a lot of things. But when you start getting down to certain things like this, is there a reason? We can say that there's no reason to murder a person, but is there a reason to kill a person? Is there a reason to whip somebody's ass? Is there a reason to retaliate against someone who's done something against you that affected you negatively? Is there a reason? Is there a reason to hit someone back about the face who hit you about the face? See, this is why we can't play the no reason game. That's why I say people who believe that there's absolutely no reason for anything don't live in reality. They live in a fantasy world, which is usually their own world. And in their world, there's no reason for nothing. That doesn't apply to the real world. Because in the real world, that no reason only applies to certain things. Some that we just covered here. There's no reason to molest a child or rape a child. There's no reason to rape a woman. There's no reason to abuse a woman. There's no reason to abuse a child. We can go on that one. I'm with you on that one 100%, dog. But there are reasons to do other things. Like whoop somebody's ass. Is there never a reason to whoop somebody's ass? Can we sit up and honestly say that there's never a reason to whoop somebody's ass? I can't say that. Now you can say that I commend you, but you better than me. Is there a reason to kill somebody? Some people would say, no, there isn't. I could bring up several scenarios right now where there is a reason to kill someone. How about catching a motherfucker that molested your 3 or 4-year-old little girl? Isn't that reason enough? What about somebody who did something crazy to your wife or your sister? Something unthinkable and unspeakable. Does that give you a reason enough? So, like I said, when I hear people say that there's no reasons for shit, those are people that don't live in reality. I don't pay attention to anybody who says stuff like that. Apparently, they live in their own world. Like RBR, he lives in his own crazy ass world. In his world, there's no reason to do nothing, which trips me out because in our world, all he does is lie. But in his world, there's no reason for lying, which is confusing, right? In his world, there's no reason to lie, but in our world, that's all he does. Strangest thing, isn't it? But anybody want to hit that link? Come on up, discuss it with me. Don't be afraid. I think people might be afraid to talk about this topic because they probably think that they would be, dubbed as a liar and stuff like that. But don't look at it that way. You can't listen. Regardless of what you do, there are some people that's going to believe whatever they want to believe, no matter what is presented to them. Can't worry about those people. Let them say what they're going to say. Let them think what they're going to think. I've stopped trying to convince people of shit. I know who I am. I know what I'm about. That's good enough for me. Okay, that's the way you got to look at it because no matter what you do, some people ain't gonna see shit. Okay, you understand? So is there ever a reason to lie to a woman? Some people will still say no, regardless of the situation. Some people may be indifferent to it. Some may say yes or no. Some may say, I don't know. And some may flat out say, yes, there is sometime. We're going to talk to one of the ladies of the Eating Nation. First, let's see if she's done eating. Miss Frankie, come alive.
Hello.
You still eating dinner?
Um. I'm through.
You want to weigh in? Tell me what you think after what you just heard.
Okay. All right. I can understand why you might, but the scenarios, some of the scenarios you gave, but I still think you'd been okay if you just told the truth.
Okay.
Hmm.
Give me a situation.
Okay, you talked about picking up from school and you ain't
Hmm.
got to the car yet, and the wife calling to see if you pick up the kids. Um, you could have been honest and said there was a hold up, and you on your way.
But there wasn't. That's my whole point. See, you didn't listen to the scenario correctly. I
Mm.
said that there was no legitimate reason to be late. That changes the game. If it was a legitimate delay, that would be one thing. But
Mm-hmm.
there was no legitimate delay. He was delayed because he was negligent. And now the kids are out there by themselves, waiting.
Mm-hmm.
Now what?
Well, uh,
Now, okay,
I think
let's do it
it's
this
too
way.
easy. It's too. I
Let's
think
do it
he
this
was
way. Let's
going to
do it this way.
school.
Let's do it this
It's
way.
too
Let's
easy
do it this way.
for him.
Let's do it this way. Let's do it this way. All
Hmm.
right. You and I are so-called married. We got
Okay.
three kids. Okay.
Uh-huh.
You, on the other hand, you got an important job interview. You asked me to pick up the kids at 3 o'clock.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Because you wouldn't be able to. I said, okay, I'm doing it.
Hmm.
Okay. All right. Now I'm getting off work.
Hmm.
I'm with my boys. He's supposed to be taking me to my car, which is 2 blocks. I mean, 4 blocks away. Because we work in a big city, right?
Uh-huh.
And so we riding, kicking it, talking about the job and everything, shit going down, whatever. Then we stop at the package store, you know, we talking, sitting at the car, you know, laughing about shit, stuff like that.
Uh-huh.
Then, we holler at a few people. And then I realized, man, it's 3:30.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't even got to my car yet. So now I'm telling him, come on, man, we got to go. We got to go. So now the kids have already been waiting outside for 30 minutes by themselves. Now I get to the car, it's almost 4 o'clock. It's like 3:55. And you call, right?
Mm-hmm.
Obviously you checking on to make sure I pick up the kids, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so go ahead. You call, what are you saying? Ring, hello?
All right. Did you pick up the kids yet? Hello.
Uh no, I did.
Okay, so where you at? Are you caught in traffic or something?
I'm still in the city. I'm just getting to my car. I was with the fellas. We was kicking it. We was talking. Saw some old friends. Stopped at the package store. Talked about old times. We laughed it up and shit. I ain't seen my friends in quite some time.
Are you crazy?
See what I'm
Okay,
talking
look,
about?
hurry up and get the kids.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Stop. Stop. Stop.
Huh?
I want y'all to listen to this. I'm telling her the truth.
Uh-huh.
Okay. I'm telling her the truth.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Okay. So go ahead. Proceed with. Are you crazy?
Are you crazy? Hurry up and get to the school.
Well, yeah, baby, I'm trying, but it might be a little traffic. I might be a little later because I'm in the city still.
Okay, I'm going to call the school to make sure there's somebody there with them and that they don't call Child Protective Service.
Okay, I'll get there as soon as possible. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now we get to the kids, and guess what?
What?
One of them is injured and been sitting out there all that time injured.
Okay.
Now what?
Okay, you can't hide that. Okay. Um, gotta take them to the doctor, the hospital, fix the injury, patch them up. One of them things, but that's not something you can really hide from. The lie's gonna come out.
Okay, yeah.
Hmm.
Okay, so now we home. The kids are finally home. One of our kids is injured. Okay, I was straight negligent. Now, how it's gonna go now that we home?
I'm gonna give you dirty looks, and I'm gonna wait till the kids are to bed or they settle down, or we could go to another room, and I'll be like, What were you thinking?" and stuff like that. You can't leave the kids.
Uh huh.
Mm-hmm.
And then what if I
He's
tell you?
small.
I'm like, oh, come on, Dame. I mean, the kids are all right. I mean, I understand that Lil Juju was injured,
Mm-hmm.
but he would have been injured anyway when I got
Um,
there. I was just hanging out with my boy. I'm still telling you the truth.
mm-hmm.
You want the truth,
Okay.
right?
Yeah, I want the truth.
All right. So, yeah, boys, I ain't seen them in a while. And, one thing led to another. And we got to talking, and time just fine. I mean, it happens.
Yeah, it happens, but we can't let it happen again. Okay, look, I understand it happened, but we can't let it happen again.
Okay.
Mhm.
Now stop.
Mhm.
All right. That's a good scenario. Now, before we get to the other part, right? Type of one in the chat if you think that's a realistic way a woman would handle that situation. If you think that's a realistic way a mother would handle the situation with her husband, type of one. If not, type of two. Let's gauge the chat before we do the other side.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Well, yeah, I agree with you, um, Mr. Jones. That was a little too understanding, but it's hard for me to be in a moment with a scenario like that. One, two, L. It could go both ways. Sometimes it could be calm, or if it was a one-time thing. Now, if it's a constant thing, then that's when you see the whole another side. Yeah, yeah. Like Mika said, if it been done multiple times, it would have been more voices raised. And I probably would have. What if they got kidnapped? What if the school? We black folks. Uh, uh, we can't. We missed one time, and they swear we're neglecting the children. All that stuff. It probably would have went all that route. But it was a one time thing, and I figure once get it through to him, wouldn't have to. But yeah, that could be a little too understanding. There've been a lot of fussing and
Hey, listen,
scary
I'm not
scenarios
saying,
out
listen,
there.
I'm not saying that, and trust me, guys, these scenarios aren't like ironclad. I'm not saying you should lie in these scenarios. I'm just giving you an option to think about because I've seen people in situations like this lie.
Uh huh. And I've also seen them
Okay?
lies backfire.
Well, they don't always backfire.
Mm,
They don't. Okay, so now let's do it again. This time we're going to do it with a lie. Okay?
mm-hmm.
All right, and act like you don't know it's a lie. Okay? All right, here
Okay.
we go. All right, same thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's 3:55. Call me on the phone. Ring.
All right.
Hello?
Hello, babe. Did you pick the kids up yet?
Oh, yeah, I did.
Uh huh.
Hmm.
How long ago was that?
Oh, I picked him up about 20 minutes ago. I took him. Right now we getting some ice cream. I'm about to go back inside. One's going to the bathroom. You know how little Carla is. She gotta go to the bathroom about every old thing. But we'll be home in about another 5, 10 minutes. I'm just getting the kids a mic. You want something?
No, no. Don't give them too much ice cream. I don't want
Hmm.
them climbing the walls when I get home.
Okay, okay. All right. Well, listen. Let me hurry up and get them home and everything because I'm kind of tired too. So, we'll see you in a little bit. All right.
Okay. All right then. Okay.
Okay.
All right. I'll see y'all later.
Okay.
Okay. Uh, Max, are we finished with the scenario?
Yeah. So, what do you think?
I think it's kind of it could go that way, but this is something nowadays that couldn't fly. Like,
Okay. Tell me what about that lie that sounded like it wasn't the truth.
it sounded like it could be the truth, but here's the thing. That lie
Hmm.
would come back with a quickness and backfire, probably right there during the call. Because the reason why she's calling to see if you picked up the kids or if you
Uh huh.
remember where to pick up the kids is she already got texts and calls from the teachers and the school that's with the kids waiting to be picked up.
Hmm.
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 So if she calling you and say, "Hey, have you picked up the kids yet?"
Hmm.
She's waiting for you to tell her like, "No, but I'm around the corner," or "I'm just down the street. I got caught up in traffic and I'm almost there."
Uh huh.
So she can relax a little bit. She can call the school and say, "Hey, traffic, he's on his way. He should be there in the next 10, 15 minutes." Blah
Right. Well,
blah
that could
blah.
easily be. Yeah. Well, that easily could be explained away too.
Hmm.
If you say, "Well, you got some text from school," I just say, "Yeah, I'm pretty sure they did text you because they text me as well." You
Hmm.
know. And I was running a little late because there was traffic in the big city, but I'm here now. Got the kids, and we are on our way home.
And I would be like, okay, then why did I just get a text just now asking how long will it be before you get there?
Who'd you
Hello?
Who'd you get it from?
Huh? I
Hold
got
on a
it from
second,
the
man.
principal.
Hold
Oh,
on.
wait a minute. Okay. Ah, okay. The reason why I said that nowadays it could be because after watching and assisting with school pickup, when the parents don't show, if the teacher on duty knows who the parent is, they'll text whoever is primary on the list as soon as possible. If they don't know, then that means they're going to the principal. The principal is pulling up the name of the parent and is contacting the primary parent, which is most of the time is the mother or the guardian or whatever. And that's if everybody been picked up but this one child or these few children. You know, there's like a frame of about 30 minutes to 45 minutes
Okay,
where
I'm back.
mm-hmm,
Okay, now you see you got a text from the principal?
huh? Yes,
Huh?
got a text from the principal just
Oh
now.
yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, don't worry about that. I just got off the phone with him. He sent you that before I called him up and let him know that everything was okay and I had the kids.
Mm-hmm.
I
Uh-huh.
just got off the phone with him. But anyway, we on our way home.
Who? Okay, let me pause in the scenario for a little bit.
Hmm.
Okay, I think that could fly if she's trusting him and it's a one-time thing.
Okay, now check this out.
Mm-hmm.
Now, let me tell you how a lie like this gets cleaned up because kids are very truthful, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so eventually one of the kids are going to tell on daddy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'm going to be one of the kids. Okay, you're going to be mama. Okay. You ready?
Okay. Okay.
Hey, mama. Did you get the job?
Yes, yes. I got the job. I'm going to start next week.
I'm glad. I'm glad. I'm glad. I'm glad. Is daddy okay? Because I know he was tired when he came and got us, and he took us to get ice cream because he said he's sorry he was late. But we was sitting out there for a long time, mama.
What you mean he was late?
Oh, yeah, he was late. He was supposed to be there at 3 o'clock, but he didn't get till almost 4 o'clock, mom. And we were getting
What?
hungry, and plus little Juju got hurt,
What?
and Carla needed to go to the bathroom.
Okay, tell me I weren't out there by yourselves.
Well, yeah, with nobody out there with us. Well, Miss Fruitvale came by, one of our teachers, and she was concerned.
Uh-huh.
But we told her daddy was coming, and she said okay. And you sat out there with us for like 5 or 10 minutes, and then she left
What do you mean she just sat with y'all for 5 or 10 minutes?
because we told her daddy was coming,
Mm-hmm.
and she had a phone call too.
Uh-huh. I see.
Okay.
Okay, anything else? Um how did the baby get hurt?
Oh, he tripped on the last step and hit his knee.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Did the principal or the nurse or the secretary or one of the teachers bandage it for y'all?
No, no, I think the nurse was gone, but daddy was
Mm-hmm.
on his way. But daddy showed up and took us
Mm-hmm.
to the gave us some ice cream and took us to the hospital, and he called you.
Hmm. I
Okay,
see.
so now the kid. Okay, so now the kids done told on daddy, right? Okay, now
Right.
here come daddy. All
Mm-hmm.
right. Hey, baby, what's going on? I see little Juju is, getting around better on that knee.
Yeah, yeah. And I also found out that you picked him up late.
How did you find out?
Oh, don't be concerned about how I found out. The fact that I found out. Why you
Okay,
didn't tell
well,
me you was late picking him up?
I couldn't, baby, because I was negligent. I didn't want you to think that I was an irresponsible dad. What happened was I got off work. I got killed, talking to Ron and them, and things ran a little late. We started the package store, and I realized that it was after 3, and I bust my butt trying to get there. Got caught up in some traffic. And I couldn't tell you because, again, I didn't want to see the disappointment on your face. I didn't want you to think that I was an irresponsible father. So I did my best to try to get there. Yeah, I lied a little bit, but again, I did my best to get there. I just didn't want to be seen as a negligent father. I couldn't deal with the fact that, we wake up in the morning, you're looking at me like you can't trust me with our own kids.
Okay, the kids were by themselves.
I know, but you know what I did though? I texted the principal, let him know that the kids were sitting out there, okay, and that I was on my way, and please watch them while I was on my way. And I asked him not to say anything to you about it.
Okay, well, the reason why he didn't say anything to me about it is because he wasn't there. He
No,
left.
he was there.
No, he wasn't. The kids said they were by themselves. The teacher sat with them for a little while, 5 minutes.
We was inside watching from a window.
That's not good. They still could be snatched
I
and hauled
talked to
out
him.
somewhere.
There was security in the area though. Security didn't get off until 6.
I don't care if security weren't there with the kids. The
They were
kids were
on the
by
grounds.
themselves. Okay, if
They were
security
on
was
the
there,
grounds.
how did Juju get hurt?
Juju got hurt because he fell off the last step coming down the front steps of the school.
And if the so-called security principal was there, how come you had to go to the hospital? They would bandaged them up right there.
Well, I don't know. When I got there, as far as I was told, the nurse had gone for the day. She was already gone, and they didn't know Juju was hurt because he was sitting with his brother. He wasn't standing up, so they couldn't see if there was any injury or not. I didn't even know he had an injury until I actually showed up, and he tried to stand up.
Hmm. Okay, look. We black. They're gonna look for any excuse to take the kids. We can't have this happen again. We lucky they didn't call the cops or child protective services and stuff like
I
that.
understand that. I understand that, but none of that happened. I made sure that the principal kept a watchful eye on the kids, and there was security around on the grounds.
Mhm.
But I didn't want you to think that I was a negligent father. So that's why I did it. I won't do it again, but still, it didn't set right because I was negligent. I wish I can go back and do it all over again. I would come straight to the car and come straight to the kids, you
Exactly.
know? But it didn't happen that way. I'm sorry it didn't happen that way, but I can't go back and do anything about it now. That's why I tried my best to make sure I got there as quick as possible and nothing happened to my children. I love my children. And I
Mhm.
couldn't bear the thought that you're looking at me thinking that you couldn't trust me with our children.
But yeah, you couldn't trust me by telling me that hey, you was running late. And
I didn't want to go through it with you. I didn't want to get into a painful argument with you, knowing that I was that negligent.
yeah, and how's that working out for you
Well, you know, I'm telling the truth.
now?
Yes.
And why not then? Or once we got
I,
home,
I already
I had
told
to
you
find out
why.
from the kids.
But I already told you why.
I want you to tell me the truth.
I just did.
In the moment when I asked the question, did you pick up the kids?
Well, in the moment, I wasn't thinking clearly. I was already hyperactive because I knew I was late. So I was already worried out of my mind. So I wasn't thinking clearly. My
Mm-hmm.
mind was just fixed on trying to go over there as quick as possible and get my kids. Somebody
Mm-hmm.
get that bot out of here.
Oh. Oh yeah, they got it. They got it.
Look, babe, I apologize. It won't happen again. But
Mm-hmm.
I just couldn't bear the thought of you looking at me thinking that you couldn't trust me without children. That's why I did it.
Mm-hmm.
And I
Yeah.
panicked. I was worried and I panicked because I was goofing off. You know, it's one thing to have a legitimate delay, but it's another to have a delay simply because you created the delay yourself, and that would make me negligent.
Okay. Don't let it happen again.
It won't. I promise
Mm-hmm.
you.
All right.
Don't.
In the meantime, when I start work next week, I'm going to need you to pick up the kids after work.
Okay, you ain't gotta overdo it. The scenario's over. Yeah. And that's how you handle a situation like that, people. I'm not saying that you lie to your woman because you have a savvy way of getting out of it. Okay? But, you know, at least if you're called on it, come clean and do your best to make amends. In this case, you had a negligent father who knew he was negligent and didn't want to go through a painful argument with his woman. Now, some of y'all might say, "No, fuck that. This, you know, he's a sucker. He should have did whatever." Yeah, you know, you could say that, but everybody ain't built the same way. Everybody ain't built like you. That's the way he handled it. You may have handled it differently. I would have handled it differently. First of all, I would have never even been negligent. Okay, I wouldn't even. I would have been on some, yo, take me straight. Matter of fact, I probably wouldn't even bullshit around with them because they on some bullshit. I probably would have took an Uber straight to my car. Knowing me, I wouldn't even fucked around with Ron and them because they on some shit. They single. They going to the package store and all. I ain't got time for that. I got to pick up my kids. Knowing me, I probably would have just jumped in the Uber and went straight to the car. I wouldn't have been playing around at all. I'd have told Ron and them, yo, man, I'll holler at you later. I got to go get my kids. But everybody ain't like this. Some dudes don't think clearly like that. You know, some dudes, you know, but does it make him a bad father? You know, probably in that particular incident, he was a bad father, but he made up for it. Give him a chance to make up for it. Some of these motherfuckers don't want to take care of their kids at all. Some motherfuckers would have showed up at all. Would have been like, why can't you go get them? I'm over here with my dudes. You just got out your interview, right? Well, you go ahead and yeah, I just called the principal. The principal got him in the office. You go ahead and pick him up. Matter of fact, hey,
Mm-hmm.
Dame, let's do it again.
Okay.
Okay? All right, same scenario. All right, ring. Hello?
Hey, babe, you picked up the kids
Yeah.
yet?
Nah, babe, I'm down here with my boys and them, my mans and them. Listen, check this out. I called the school and shit. They in the principal office, so I think you off your interview right now, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
you go ahead and go get them. I'm gonna hang out with my boys here real quick, and I'll be home a little later. They in the
well,
principal
but
office and shit waiting for you. The principal is watching them and shit.
yeah, but I got the orientation after the interview. I got the
Well,
job, but I gotta go through the orientation.
I will go ahead and cut it short and go ahead and get the kid. I told you the principal watching them in the office. I'm over here with my niggas. I ain't seen them in a long time.
Okay, hey, they're your kids. I don't
I
want to make
know
a
they
bad
my
impression
kids,
by
but they
not
your
being there
kid, but
for
they
the
your kids
orientation.
too. They your kids too.
But it's not gonna look good if I leave to go pick up the kids during the
Well, you gonna have to
orientation.
you. What do you mean? You tell them, hey, look, I gotta go pick up my kids. I'll be back for orientation tomorrow. What you gonna leave the kids at the principal office? I'm occupied right now. I told you I'm dealing with some old friends. I ain't seen it like 20 years. You know how that go.
Well, bring them along with you to go meet your kids so
I'm
you can
not
show off
bringing
your
these fools.
kids.
I ain't bringing these crazy fools around my kids.
Oh,
These fools
yeah,
is drunk already.
you gonna neglect the kids to hang around with some crazy
I'm
food
not
you
neglecting the
trust around the
kids. I
kids.
made sure the kids is secure. They sit with the principal. Security is there. They're safe. And their mama is coming to get them, right?
I guess I'm gonna have to.
Right?
I guess I'm gonna have to.
Their mama is coming to get them, right?
I guess so, since their daddy
All
ain't
right,
moving.
all right, then there's no neglect. Listen, I'll holler at you later. Let me get back to the boys, all right? I'll be home, say about, matter of fact, give me about another hour or so. I'll be at the crib. All right, holler, peace.
Man, that's gonna be a hell of a day.
Now, what y'all think about that? What y'all think about that scenario?
Oh, this gonna be nobody's gonna get no sleep that night. Nobody's getting no sleep. The parents are gonna be fussing and fighting, especially mom, and the kids gonna be up hearing their parents fighting.
Now, what about a situation where he has visitation rights, right? But the woman is being difficult. Okay, she don't want him to see the kids, and she's trying to find every little reason to get into it with him, right? So she can call the police and get him kicked out, so he don't see his kids.
Okay.
Now, see the baby mama, right?
Mhm.
Now he got to find some way to keep the peace with her, even though he don't like her, right?
Uh huh.
So he says that now, and she says, and she tried to antagonize him. She said, now she know that he don't like her either. So she said to him, "Are we cool?" And what if he says yes, even though that's not what he means?
Mhm.
He says yes to keep the disturbance down, to placate her so he can see his kids, or should he say no so they can get into a damn argument and she can call the cops and get him kicked out so he can't see his kids? What do you suggest he say?
Well, I guess I suggest that he lie.
Wait a minute.
To save the peace.
Wait a minute. What was that? I didn't hear you.
I guess I suggest he lie and say that they're cool to save the peace,
But what
so that
happened to? Wait a minute. What happened to? There's absolutely no reason to lie to a woman.
okay, maybe I should correct that to his woman. That ain't his woman.
Right.
That's his ex.
Right. She's still a woman, right?
Ah, yeah, yeah.
See, now do you see what I mean when I say people who think there's absolutely no reason for something don't live in reality? You understand that now?
Uh huh.
Okay. You just approved his lie. He had to lie to her to keep because he tried to set him up. So he had to lie to her and placate her so he can see his kids. If
Mhm.
not, she would have started some shit, called the police to get him kicked out of so he won't see his kids.
Well, couldn't he just do by saying nothing? When she said we're cool and just don't say
Nada,
anything?
nada,
Mm,
not an option.
mm.
S Some women are very vindictive and would have started some shit anyway. Okay, but so overall, man, we're not saying y'all, we're not condoning lying. We're just throwing out some scenarios to give you
Okay.
something else to think about. That's all we're doing. We're not saying that we probably got to say this 50,000 times, and
Okay.
somebody's still going to say we're condoning lying when we're not. We do
Okay.
not condone lying at all. We're just throwing out real life scenarios that can cause someone to step out of character. Yeah, go ahead,
Okay.
Dane.
Okay. Mr. Jones says, I thought you were saying lie and keep up the lie.
No, 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 no. Definitely not keep up the lie. No, it's a one-time thing. It's only in a situation to where you feel there are no other options but that one. Again, this is not a lie contest. Okay, we're not saying that you should go, and be lying to your woman every single day of the week. We're not saying that. You should always tell your woman the truth. We're just bringing up different scenarios that may go against the grain and may put you between a rock and a hard place. That's what we're talking about, unique situations. These things don't always occur, but they do occur every now and again. That's what we're saying. We're not saying nothing about, well, Max said you should lie every day. No, absolutely not. We don't condone lying.
Mhm.
Okay. And we lie every day. Well, I haven't lied uh, today. I've been doing pretty good today.
Okay. Miss FedEx is live. She said, I thought earlier this crap was real, but I love what you're doing.
Yeah,
100%.
yeah, Miss FedEx. Me and Dane, we like to get into scenarios. We're talented people. We like to show, real life scenarios. You know what I'm saying? We try to bring them to life and give people a real life perspective. See, we like dealing with, we call it outside the front door. Okay? Meaning what you deal with in everyday life. As soon as you walk out that damn door, you know what I'm saying? You're in some shit. And even back behind the door, you're in some shit. That's what we deal with. We don't really get into the gossip thing or the celebrity shit, stuff like that. We try to deal with real life scenarios. You understand what I'm saying? Like the one we just gave you with a deadbeat dad who don't give a fuck about his kids and just put it on his wife.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Yep.
He just told her, well, look, I'm with my boys. Okay? You're going to have to make some time. They down there with the principal. Go and get them. Now, some of you sisters, it would have been hell to pay.
Yeah. Yeah,
So
there'd
some of
been a
y'all would have
lot
been
more
on some
cursing
what?
over the phone.
Yeah, some of y'all would have been on some what? What this nigga just said?
Yeah.
Some of
And a
y'all
lot
would have been
more
on
screaming,
some,
yeah.
y'all would have been on what did this nigga just say? What? What? Nah, but real life situations and shit.
Yeah. But
You
I'm
know.
taking it as she's at the job and she don't want people knowing her business and she's trying to be calm when she's pissed off as hell.
Okay, now let's do a child support one right quick, okay? Okay, Dane. I'm calling you up for first of all, your name is Boniqua, okay?
Boniqua?
Yeah. Remember that name, Boniqua.
Boniqua.
Okay, that's very important. Boniqua. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Ring.
Hello.
Say hello.
Hello.
Damn, damn, Rita. How much you gonna try to get me for this month? You know I ain't making about what? Getting 60 hours on the job. My check ain't but $650. You trying to get me for $25? What's going on, Rita?
Man, you know $25 enough. I should be getting half the check. The pay for so you can pay for
Man, look,
your
I
half
ain't
and
got
for the kid.
$25. I need to get gas in the car. I got to get a haircut, and I know little Jimmy, needs some sneakers. You know what I'm saying? But I can't. Hey, you handicapped me now. I done told you, I'm a father. I do things on my own. You pushing, the guys my check for another $25. Rita?
Because $25 is not enough. Could at least
Okay,
try to go for the whole
okay,
100.
okay. You don't let me get away with calling you Rita 3 times.
Oh, I'm used to it by now.
That's not your name. Your name is
Uh-huh.
Boniqua.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Okay, let's get back to the scenario.
Okay.
Damn, Rita. What I'm supposed to do with $25 missing out my check? Now I only got 600. Now you know at the taxes, it ain't but $525, and you done took what? No, $495, and you done took 25. That's
Uh,
not my check down, and then I still gotta get little Jimmy some
hello?
clothes.
Hello? I'm sorry, you got the wrong number. There's no Renita. There's no Rita
Come
here.
on, Rita.
Quit.
Come on, Rita. You know this Jimmy. Oh, let me call her back. Ring, ring.
Hello?
Come on, Lana. Why you playing
Quit.
games? Man, where's he? Ring, ring, ring.
Hello?
Come on, Tammy. Why you keep hanging the
Quit.
phone up? Man, what's she doing, man? Oh, okay. Ring, 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 ring.
Hello?
Okay, but Niqua, listen.
We you
I
been
can't
together for
handle it.
how long?
I'm just trying.
We have
I
kids
can't.
together, and you can't get my name right.
I okay. Wait a minute.
You got so many
I was
baby mamas
hey.
that you can't get our
I
name
was
straight?
drinking. I was drinking
Yeah.
that malt liquor. You know how I get when I drink that malt liquor. Okay, Beniqua. Okay, Dan, you killing the situation. Can't keep hanging up because you messed the scenario up now.
That's the reality. Okay. All right. All
Yeah,
right.
but you're screwing up the scenario. People want to hear the scenario.
Okay. All right. All right. Ring it again.
But yeah, Beniqua. So listen. You know how I get when I get that malt liquor in me. I can't remember nobody's name. So don't take that. Take that with a grain of salt. Now you taking $25 out of my check.
I should be taking half your check.
But then why I'm gonna live off of?
The other half of your check.
Man, look. You know my apartment. I can't afford to live in it now. And when the kids come over, where they gonna sleep at?
Well, I said it should be half your check.
Look,
$25 is not gonna cut it.
look, Rita. I
You
can't
ain't even
afford the
doing
extra
$25 a
$25.
shot.
Look, Rita. I can't afford the other $25. How I'm
Uh,
gonna get my hair cut, Rita?
cut it yourself. Go
You
to the
know I
beauty
can't do
school.
this.
They'll
Oh,
charge you
come on,
$5.
man. Some old gay. I'm not going to no damn gay beauty school.
It's not gay.
Look,
Or go to barber school. Is it
I'll
barber
be
school?
honest with you. I'll
Hmm?
be honest with you. I'm
Uh-huh.
going to get a fertility test to see if them
What?
kids mine. I'm going to get a fertility test. That's what I said. A fertility test.
Go ahead, Negro.
I'm gonna get a fertility test, see if them kids mine, Rita. But I got a funny feeling one of them kids ain't mine. Little
Oh,
JJ, he don't even look like me.
yeah, he takes after my side of the family.
I don't know who kid that is, Rita. I'm
It's
going to get a
yours
fertility.
and mine.
I'm gonna get a
You,
fertility
what
test.
you trying to say? You don't remember us making them?
I'm gonna get a fertility test to see if them kids mine.
Oh, go ahead.
I get back at you. Now listen, why
Mm-hmm.
don't you go on and tell them to stop taking that $25 out of my check?
Can't need the $25 for the
Oh,
kids'
come
school
on, Rita.
supplies, clothes.
Come on, Rita. That's a
Not
lot of
to
money.
mention they
$25.
gotta eat.
Come on, Rita. That's a
They
lot of
gotta
money.
eat.
$25.
My check is going to the rent and the utilities and whatever
Listen,
clothes I can get for them. And,
I
and, and the
pay
little bit of food that I'm stretching. If it wasn't for food stamps, we'd starve.
I pay $75 a month. Now you done added 25 more dollars. That's $100 coming out of my check. I
Mm-hmm.
can't live like that, Rita.
Well, nothing I can do about that.
Well, again,
How
I'm
about
gonna
this?
go.
I'll bring the kids over to you and you keep them.
No, 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 no. I believe the kids need to be with their mama.
They need you too, man.
No. I'm gonna go get me a fertility test though. I'm
Oh,
gonna
go
get a
ahead.
fertility.
You gonna
I'm
need to,
good.
the money that
I'm
you're gonna
gonna
be
get.
spending on those fertility tests. You could be using on the child support.
I'm gonna get me a fertility test to see if I'm fertile. That'll tell me if those are my kids or not.
Man, you don't need to test to see if you're fertile. You're
That's
already
how I get.
fertile.
Hey, listen, but that's the test that's gonna tell me if them kids is mine. I need a fertilization test to see if I'm fertile enough to tell me if those are my kids.
Okay, you do know how much money that's gonna cost you? Of course, ain't paying for that.
Well, it's gonna be worth it. It's gonna be worth it, Rita.
It's
Because if
not
I can
gonna be
get
worth
one, if I can
anything.
get one, there's 25. Listen, I got 4 kids. Well, I think I only got 3 kids. You charging me $25 a kid?
And you lucky I ain't charging you $100 a
Why are
kid.
you charging such a hard bargain, Rita?
Cause
You
kids
know
are
I ain't getting.
expensive.
You know I ain't getting but 40 hours at the job.
Hey, you said you wanted to go half on a baby. So, well, now here you need to pay your half.
Yeah, but you didn't pay your half.
I paid my half. How you think they in a house? I'm paying the rent, the
You only paid
utilities.
$5, Rita.
I don't pay no $5, man.
You paid $5 for little JJ. You paid $5. You paid what? 5, 10, 15, 20. You paid $20. Only got $5 a kid.
Man, I pay way more than that a
Nah,
kid.
Rita, you.
I pay
I
for the
did.
rent. I pay for the utilities. I pay for the
All right.
groceries.
Well, I
I
tell you,
pay for the clothes.
I heard through the grapevine that you was out there painting the town red in your red stilettos and your sequins dress. Where you get the money for that from, Rita? Use
Food.
my child support money. Wait a
That's the
minute. Using my
stilettos and
child support
dress
money
I
to go
had when
tricking?
I met you.
You using my child support check to go tricking, Rita? That what you doing?
Food. That's the same stilettos and dress I met you with.
I ain't never seen them.
Uh, I don't know
Oh,
why.
wait a minute. Was that the outfit you was wearing when we met?
Yes.
Oh, okay, all right. Well, false alarm then. But you know what? I've been told that you like to paint the town red. I'm
Paint
watching
the
you,
town red.
Rita.
How
I
you
hope you ain't out
paint
there
the
painting the
town red?
town. Oh, you ain't out there lollygagging with my child support money, Rita.
You don't give enough child support money for me to lollygag with. The kids
What you
can't
talking about? I give you
lollygag with it.
$25 a child. What you talking about? That's the going rate. That's above the going rate. I know
You
brothers who will get. Hey, I know brothers who will give it 15.
and they all wrong. You know how much it costs a child?
Look, Rita, I ain't got no time for this. You ain't heard the last of this. I'm going to my lawyer and going to order a fertility test and find out if I'm fertile.
And
You
wasting all that
understand?
money on the lawyer, the test.
You going to hear from my lawyer, Rita. Bye. Click.
Why? And I'm gonna be laughing all the way to the
All right,
court.
y'all. There you go. Jimmy and Boniqua, who we keep calling Rita. Child support check.
$5 to $10, $25 a child.
uh,
Mm-mm-mm.
and then that fool said he gonna get a fertility test. Don't he mean a DNA test?
Yeah, but he wants to
That
see how
fool.
fertile he is. Even if he just created 3 children, that's obviously fertile.
Yeah.
Hmm.
But yeah,
Yeah.
guys, we having fun with it now. But getting back to the topic, we don't want to say that there's a reason to lie to anybody, but we want to acknowledge scenarios that may come about that may cause you to step out of character and do something you wouldn't ordinarily do. Is that safe to say there, Dane?
Yeah. The, the, the,
Uh,
the, to keep the peace. Yeah, I understand that. Women do that a lot.
and let's open it up a bit. You think it's a reason to lie to anybody for any reason at all?
I think there's a way to say it without lying. And so, not to mention, it's best to tell the truth because when you're caught out in a lie, it's a lot worse. Even though the
Hmm.
truth may be, may be hard and you get a lot of fussing and screaming and hollering, it's not gonna be as much as it would be if you lied.
Let me ask you a question about that.
Uh-huh.
Does it matter who's telling the truth? Because to me, it matters who's telling the truth.
Hmm.
Like for example, a guy like RBR who does nothing but lie,
Hmm.
but claim he's telling the truth. I couldn't trust nothing that comes out of his mouth
Hmm.
because he's a terrible and delusional liar. So I
Hmm.
couldn't. If he's telling me the truth, I'm not even trying to listen.
Uh-huh.
I'm not because he's incapable of telling the truth.
Right.
So to me, it matters who's telling the truth. Does it matter to
Yes.
you who's telling the truth, or you just want the truth regardless? Hey, listen,
Um.
type. Hey, y'all. Type in the chat if it matters to you who's telling the truth. Type of one. If it doesn't matter, type of two. What do you think, Dan? Does it matter to you who's telling the truth?
Um. Let's just say, I believe, what I, but depending on it is when somebody telling me the truth, whether I believe them or not.
I also believe, right, that just because there's the truth out there, it doesn't mean that it should be told by a
Mm-hmm.
particular person.
Mm-hmm.
Because some people's credibility is so shot that even if they told the truth, nobody would believe them.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I say that's why I say it matters who's telling the truth to me. Because if a person's fucking credibility is shot to hell, that person ain't got no business telling nobody nothing about no damn truth. Because ain't nobody gonna believe him. Like RBR. He's got no business telling nobody anything about no damn truth. All he does is lie all day. And you can't tell me nothing about no damn truth. You're incapable of telling the truth. So if he came to me telling the truth, it's going to fall by the wayside because his credibility is so shot and his character is so bad and his track record is so long and terrible, I won't believe a word coming out of his mouth. Not one word.
Exactly.
So just because there's some truth out there don't mean you are the one who should be telling it.
That's true. Let me see. Um, Manoa Island has said one, it depends on the type of relationship. And Kendall said the truth always matters. You can't argue with the truth. Oh, you can argue with the truth if the wrong person is coming at you with it. Because it's true that sometimes it depends on who's telling it. It's like the boy who cried wolf. So he lied about the wolf, I don't know how what, a total of 3 times. So when he finally saw a real wolf and he's howling wolf, wolf, nobody believed him. So the sheep and him got eaten.
Actually, Kendall, you're wrong. You can argue with truth. People argue with truth every day. They're called lawyers. Okay? People argue the truth every day. You can argue with truth. And like I said, just because there's truth out there, don't mean you should be the one telling it. Again, people, you have to live in the real world. A lot of you live in a fantasy world. A lot of you live in a world where it's perfect, right? You can't do this, you can't do that. This never happened, that never happened. That's not reality. Y'all got to stay. Y'all got to wake up out of these fantasy worlds and get into the real world. In the real world, mistakes are made, people slip up, things happen, scenarios are created, whether they be awkward, unique, you name it, they come about. You got lunatics out there like RBR who lives in who lives in a fantasy world where nobody tells any lies, but in the real world, all he does is lie. So you got all kinds of scenarios out there in the real world. Things happen. You could be put in vicarious situations and positions the way you have to say something that you may not want to say just to get out. Like for example, you're about to get evicted from your apartment. You ain't got nowhere else to stay, and in order to get kicked out of the street with all your belongings, you got to come up with $100, and you ain't got it. And your landlord want it today. What you gonna do? Hey, I ain't got it. I can't get it. You're gonna do your best to try to stall, right?
Right? You're gonna do your
Okay.
best to call.
So he was like, well, no, well, tell him the truth. Get your check next week. Okay, you tell him this week. He tells you, well, I can't wait till next week. Then what you gonna do? You got to tell him something. Okay, listen. Um, I got to make some calls. I got to check some things out. I need another 24 hours. Okay,
Hmm.
see if I can come up with the money. But in reality, you can't come up with the money. You ain't got nobody you can call. Don't nobody owe you any money, right?
Hmm.
Ain't nobody gonna loan you no money. So you just stole him for 24 hours. You just told him a lie. Give me 24 hours, I'll come up with the money. But in reality, you can't come up with the money. In reality, you got to somehow get to Friday and get your paycheck without getting kicked out. I've seen people in all kinds of situations.
Hmm.
We're getting ready to wrap it up soon, y'all. I didn't want to be on here too long because I got to go to work in the morning. But I've seen people in all kinds of situations. What's the chat saying, Dan? My chat is slow.
Mm, um, it ain't moving. Hold on. Oh, wait. Here it is. What does all this crap you talking about have anything to do with my statement?
Who said that? Kendall?
That's Kendall.
I don't know, man. Something wrong with Kendall, Dane. What do you think?
I don't know. He ain't been right for a bit.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna stay away
Okay.
from you, Kendall. I don't know what's wrong with you, bro. Or sis, whoever the hell you're supposed to be. Yeah. Yeah, that's a weird statement. Yeah, I don't know what's wrong with you, dog. I'm gonna bypass you tonight. I have no idea what you're talking about. I don't know if you're crazy or what. But yeah, anyway, so we just went over some scenarios. Okay. Did anybody put a 1 or 2 in the chat?
Manoa Islander put 1, and he said depends on the type of relationship.
Uh-huh. Yeah, man. You know, I was looking at something earlier today.
Uh-huh.
No, you can't argue with truth, Kendall. I can't argue with truth. You can't argue with truth. Keep that to yourself. You know, people argue with truth every single day, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not, you know what? I'm not even going to waste my time with him. Obviously, you know the hell I'm talking about. See, that's the problem when you're dealing with certain people who are fixed on a certain belief, you know, and, you know, they just say things that just bother you like, damn, nigga, what? And when you have experience, when you have a lot of life experience and you've gone through a lot of things, you've learned a lot of things, and other people haven't, it really shows. It sticks out like a sore thumb. You know, when you see how unlearned some people are, you know, and how they haven't dealt with many scenarios or situations in their life. See, when you go through an abundance of situations and you learn a lot, it's kind of hard to talk to people who haven't really experienced a quarter of what you've experienced. And
Mm-hmm.
so when you talk to them, it's like talking to a wall. It's like, okay, you know, it gets frustrating at times, you know. And, but we're not going to make it about him tonight. And so, so we got a new show coming out, y'all, called Black Start. It's going to be about children,
Mm-hmm.
you know. Um, oh, I do want to say this before we get out of here.
Uh-huh.
Why do people hate me so much, Dane?
I don't know. I don't see what they.
Man, you know how many enemies I got, y'all, that I don't even fucking know?
Mm.
I mean, I got dudes taking their time out coming up here, cussing me out, calling me all kinds of names, telling me I ain't shit. And I don't even know these dudes, never did nothing to them. But for some reason, they're angry with me. It's like they don't want me to do what I'm doing. It's like, how dare you say you want to defend black women? And motherfuckers get mad, yo, like they can't stand, the fucking, the vitriol, the fucking venom, the malice is crazy. Motherfuckers avoid me like the plague. They don't even mention my name in some circles, man. They be on some shit like, they'll mention everybody around me except me. You know, they'll call me him. I don't fuck with him. That nigga simping. It's kind of weird because you got all of these dudes
Mm-hmm.
who hate black women.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't see none of these motherfuckers going on their panels. The same niggas that come over here and shit on me, they don't step foot in those dudes' chat rooms. They don't get on their panels talking about some, yo, you fucked up, my nigga. Your channel ain't shit. And you ain't gonna grow. You know what I'm saying? And you ain't gonna, I mean, I'm like, damn. But niggas come over here on some crazy shit. I don't understand that, damn. What's going on? What am I doing that's wrong? Why do you think they're so angry with me? Exactly, Islander. That's why I'm not, really going back and forth with Kendall because he's not really, you know, he don't really understand too much about life. No, I ain't talking about you, kid. I'm talking about somebody else. If I was talking about you, I'd say your name. No, I'm talking about some other dude, man, that I got into it with the other day. These dudes coming out of nowhere, these cornball ass niggas coming out of nowhere, you know, coming after me, but won't say nothing to these red pill dudes. Won't say shit to these Mansfield dudes who out here cussing black women out, saying that their lives don't matter. Their lives have no fucking value. Even you, Kendall, I don't see you over there saying shit, but you'll come over here and fuck with me though, now would you? You'll come over here and get under my fucking skin, but you won't say nothing to them motherfuckers. But yet you claim that you love black women. Okay? I've never seen you defend any black women. So Dane, what do you think the hatred's all about?
Jealousy. Yeah. Mm. Yeah, that's the main thing I think why or they underestimate you or
So you can have all of these channels. This is what I don't understand. You can
uh
have all of these channels
huh.
hating on black women, right?
Hmm.
You got my one channel, you got Taz's, okay, he sticks up for black women. You got my channel, but yet you want to come over here and fuck with me. I'm one little small channel. I got 6 people in my chat right now. That tells you I'm not a big channel. Yet you want to come over here and try to shut me down. Which you ain't gonna succeed in doing. I'm just saying. I don't get it. Isn't there bigger fish out there for you to fry? I'm a small fish, man. We small over here. We ain't no big mega channel. We ain't got 200-300 people in the chat. Not yet. We plan on doing that because we're working towards, you know, um, getting out from under this shadow ban and and promoting this channel and doing different content that's going to allow us to get out from under the shadow ban. We figured it out. You got to change the content. A lot of our content is too radical, so we're going to change it up. That's why we're coming out with Black Start. Y'all going to love Black Start. It's all about the kids. It's about education for the kids and stuff. So we're changing up our content. You know, we can do other content. You know, but we small channel, bro. We ain't in here. Big by no stretch of the imagination. But I got cats coming at me talking about some man. You a simp. You a this. You a that. I mean, can't you waste your time doing something else? Why don't you go after Red Pill Supreme and tell him he a simp? Why don't you go after Kevin Samuels and tell him he a simp? Go after alpha male strategies who lying to you niggas. Exploit you dumbass niggas. Tell him he a simp. Tell Alan Roger Curry with all of the makeup he a simp. Okay? Damn.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a simp because I care. So you guys don't understand me, man. See, I don't come from the shit y'all come from. A lot of you new school niggas, you don't have no morals. You don't have no respect for nobody. You don't even have any regard for life. So you don't give a damn about nobody, let alone a woman. I'm not built like that. I come from the old school. I'm a traditional male. Excuse me. I'm night pill. And don't worry, I'm going to be pushing my night pill shortly once I get the graphics for my pill. I'm night pill. I'm a traditional black male. I believe in family. I believe in the nuclear black family. I believe in protecting the women and children. I believe in providing for your family. I believe in creating that salubrious environment for your women and children to thrive in. I believe in producing consistent resources. I believe in production. I'm not a simp. I'm a grown-ass man who can handle up. A lot of you motherfuckers can't handle shit. That's why y'all out here talking dumb. Talking about some pumping, dumping these bitches. That's some dumb shit. The hell y'all talking about? Y'all contributing to the problem. You doing stupid stuff like that. I still can't believe that. I still can't believe you said that video. I still can't believe they made that video. Well, Kendall, I don't know about your energy. I don't know what the hell you're talking about. Because I ain't never seen you do anything but talk some old crazy, conscious shit. And as far as the simp thing goes, I'm not a simp, bro. So if you was to call me a simp, you would be lying. I'm a traditional man. I know y'all don't understand a guy like me because I probably way older than many of you. I come out of the late '60s and '70s. I'm a whole together. I'm a whole different kind of male. I'm a whole different kind of man than many of you. I come from a traditional household where I grew up where my mother and father had traditional roles. I'm not built like you vagabonds today. You know, you disrespectful and disgraceful niggas are today. I don't address women as bees and hoes. I don't do that. I don't have to cuss a woman out and call her a bee to disagree with her or talk to her. I've disagreed with women and you've never heard me call them out. Hey, Dan, have you ever heard me call a woman out of her name that I disagree with? Dame? This is my little sister. Dame!
Yes?
Have you ever heard me call a woman out of her name that I disagree with?
No. No.
You keep saying earlier generations dropped the ball. I can't agree with that. Some of us are still around right now trying to teach what we can. My gen culture, even though you guys shit on my gen culture, you ain't doing anything better. That's another, you know, that's another problem I got with you Negroes today, right? See, back in my day, we helped each other. We worked with each other. If somebody had a good idea, we didn't try to tear it down. We tried to help them bring it into fruition. So I got a gen culture, which is a good concept, which fights against pimp culture. And you think you half-ass niggas will help me grow it? No. You better tear it down and, you know, call me all out my name and Sit up here and act like you the smartest nigga in the fucking room. I don't see you niggas contributing nothing. Well, these pump and dump dudes is not the result of generations dropping the ball. These pump and dump dudes are the result of some kind of new phenomenon with an invasion of the LBGTQ. That's where that's coming from. That's not coming from no old generation drop no damn ball. That's an artificial induced mentality backed by homosexuality. That mentality was created recently. That's not something that came, some shit. We never thought like that. Nobody never went around talking about some pump and dump and need. Come on, man. Seriously? And y'all should be embarrassed. And you know what? Here's another thing about you lousy ass niggas from this generation. Y'all just sit back and let shit happen, and then make excuses about it, and then talk about it like you ain't got nothing to do with it. Like, for example, you just made an excuse, right? And put it on the old generation. Why don't you do something about it now? See, the difference between your generation and mine, we would do something about it. We wouldn't have cared if the older generation dropped the ball. It's on us now, and we would do something about it. We wouldn't let it continue. That's the difference between my generation and your generation. Your generation are a bunch of bums, excuse makers, and you won't do nothing to correct the problem. Nothing. And got the nerve to sit up here and point fingers at other people and tell somebody what they not doing when you ain't doing shit yourself. You sitting back and watching the goddamn demise of the black community, talking about the whole generation dropped the ball, instead of trying to stop it. It's not our community anymore, it's your community. When are you niggas in this generation gonna stand up and do something?
Sorry about that, y'all. Schools are calling me left and right. Let's see. I feel like my energy is best served on this channel. That's why I've been here for so long. When I see crap going left, I gotta say something. You never see me use no simp word on you. Let's see.
Killer must think I'm talking to him directly, doesn't he?
I guess. Why you can't believe they made that video? Early generations dropped the ball. These pump and dump dudes are the result. Who crap
Well,
on gen culture? I've been trying to encourage it. What
the
Mazian God are you getting all this crap from?
The pump and dump dudes are no creation of the old generation dropping the ball. That's something that's been created by homosexuality. That's a new mentality. That's an artificial mentality. That has nothing to do with no generation. That mentality was created. And it's backed by the LGBTQ community. Because it destroys families. Understand something. The LGBTQ community is out to destroy black families. Well, my lodge has been closed down for a long time, Kendall. I'm not active anymore, but I could go active if I want to, but I'm cool. So I didn't get it from any lodge. My lodge has been closed for years. My lodge is no longer active. But anyway, how'd you find out that I was a Mason? It's a certain way I talk. I don't have no Masonic symbols on my page.
I think you mentioned it a few times. Or you let it slip a little bit.
Oh yeah, I did mention it. Okay, yeah, I did. And so what kills me is y'all rather come in here. Now, let me tell you the mentality that's different, right? You guys would rather come in here and fight with a brother rather than trying to see what I'm doing and what I have and seeing where you can strengthen some stuff and see where we can work together and get something going. You rather come in here and fight with me and try to knock me down and all this other kind of. All I get is opposition. I don't get any brothers coming in here level headed talking about saying, "Hey, Max, let's do something, man. I like what you're trying to do. You know, I'm cool with the gym culture. Let's see if we can get it going, man. Let's see if we can expand it so we can help some of these young brothers." I don't ever get none of that. A woman will offer that. A black woman. This is why I love black women so much, right? Black women have offered to help me with gym culture, and I haven't accepted because this ain't about them. It's about the brothers. Even though black women benefit from gym culture, but this ain't about them. I should be getting help from brothers. This is to help the brothers. Yes, the women are going to benefit from it because we're going to build strong, upstanding young men. But this is about the brothers. I haven't been offered no help from any brothers. It's a shame that black women will help me, have offered to help me with gym culture. I've had someone come up to me talking about, "No, Max, what can I do to help you with gym culture?" I just tell them, just support it. You know? Ask me what can they do to help. I ain't had no brothers tell me that. But yeah, so we're gonna keep pushing. We got some things that we're doing in behind the scenes that we're gonna work on. I've been working a lot, so I haven't really been able to spend too much time on the channel. Dame works too, and so we gotta make good with the time that we do have. We're really gonna come on tonight because we've been burning what all week, right, Dame? And so we just came on tonight because I just want to talk a little bit about the issue of lying to women and stuff like that. Clarify that. But other than that, we really wasn't gonna do nothing tonight. And I'm about to shut it down right now because I got to get some sleep. And my little sister's tired too. Dame.
Yes.
Let's shut it down. Got the music?
Oh, all right. Yeah.
You're sitting over there with nigga writers.
Ninja.
Sitting over there with ninja-itis, y'all. She just had some Popeyes. You know what I'm saying? All right, y'all. We're probably going to be down for a couple of days. We ain't going to do nothing because we kind of burnt out.
All right. Peace, power, unity, everyone.